Predator Badlands is the latest entry in the long-running Predator franchise, and on the surface, it's entertaining enough. It's a fast-paced sci-fi action movie that's easy to watch and perfect if you just want to burn through 2 hours with some good visuals and solid set pieces. Unfortunately, it also has a lot of problems, many of which are major and undermine the whole project. The film tries to redefine the Predator, and whilst telling the story from the Predator's perspective is an interesting idea, it's laden with so many issues that it turns into a generic sci-fi adventure with a Predator mask slapped on it instead of an actual Predator movie. The basic premise of the story sees this young predator, who hasn't yet completed his first hunt, sent to this world full of dangerous wildlife after a lethal encounter with his father, on a journey to fight and kill the biggest and most dangerous monster of all. Along the way, he teams up with this damaged synth, created by the Weyland-Yutani Corporation. It's a part coming-of-age story, part revenge story, as the predator fights against both the world's dangerous wildlife and the corporation seeking to advance their own interests. The highlight of Predator Badlands is without question its action and visuals. The film looks fantastic, with harsh alien landscapes, glowing jungles, and a world that feels alive and dangerous. The Predator's battles are intense and well shot, with massive alien creatures, lethal wildlife, other predators, and an army of Weyland-Yutani synths. However, one of the most noticeable shifts in Predator Badlands is the toned-down violence. Unlike previous entries in the franchise, this film carries a noticeably younger age rating, closer to a PG-13 than the R rating that defined the earlier movies. That change is felt throughout. Most of the action involves battles against alien wildlife or Weyland-Yutani synths, meaning there are no human victims, and notably, no red blood anywhere on screen. While the fights are well choreographed and visually strong, robots getting torn apart simply doesn't have the same impact as human victims, or even alien victims. It feels cleaner, safer, and far less intense, a deliberate choice that broadens the audience but softens the franchise's trademark ferocity. One of the most interesting creative choices in the film is the decision to tell the story from the Predator's point of view. This time we're not following a squad of humans being hunted. Instead, we see the galaxy through the eyes of the creature itself. We watch its instincts, how it prepares for combat, and the pressures that come with completing its first hunt. It's a bold and refreshing direction for the franchise, and in principle, at least, it does work. Unfortunately, while the idea is great, Badlands doesn't take it nearly as far as it could. A film from the Predator's perspective is the perfect opportunity to explore their culture, their traditions, and how their society works, but we don't see any of that. Instead, everything is reduced to a simple kill-for-honor narrative, a coming-of-age story, a way for the Predators to prove themselves worthy in the eyes of their clan. That in itself is not a bad thing, but I feel that they could have done more. Then there's the relationship between the Predator and the synth. It begins as the alliance of convenience. They both want something that the other one can help them get, but quickly morphs into something that feels far too light-hearted for a Predator movie. Their interactions start resembling a buddy comedy dynamic, complete with dry humor and mutual respect moments that feel out of place. It humanizes the Predator, making him more relatable instead of this alien killing machine. The tonal shift is jarring. Instead of highlighting the Predator's alien nature, it softens it, humanizing the creature to a point where it almost feels like the hero of a sci-fi adventure rather than a cold, methodical hunter. In the end, Predator Badlands is an entertaining film. It's fun to watch, the visuals are good, and it keeps you engaged. On a technical level, it delivers, but the problems hold it back from ever feeling like a true Predator movie. The lack of real lore building means we never get a deeper understanding of the Predator's culture or traditions. The toned-down, PG-level violence removes the brutal edge that defined the franchise, while the buddy comedy dynamic between the Predator and the synth clashes hard with the darker primal tone that longtime fans expect, and by making the Predator too humanized, the film robs the creature of its mystery and menace. So while Badlands works fine as a fast-paced sci-fi adventure, it doesn't capture what makes the Predator franchise special. It's fun to watch, but it feels more like a generic sci-fi movie wearing a Predator mask than an actual Predator film.